Alright guys, so this is where I'm at with my tank situation. Yesterday, I looked over at the side of the 55 gallon and I noticed there was water dribbling out of it. So I was like, okay, maybe that was just something weird, because I was doing something in the tank earlier, like excess water. No, I would wipe it away, clean it, and the water kept coming. So I was like, that's nice. This tank has a leak in it. So this 55 is now toast, essentially. I mean, I'm sure I can use it for something else. I don't really know what though. I mean, I guess I could use it for a grow tank or something like that, but or sell it to someone as a reptile tank. Yeah, I'm quite annoyed by that though, especially because I'm still paying on it. So I was able to salvage everything. I still had the 33 long. I just cleaned it up. This was probably my doing, because unfortunately, ever since I moved, you guys may remember I moved the tank when I painted, like a year and a half ago or so. I moved my entire tank setup to the other side of the room, and ever since then, it hasn't been level. The floor is obviously weird right there, is what I'm trying to say. So, the 33 long, when I had it set up initially a while ago, I was able to level it and it was fine. But after I tore that down and my other tank shenanigans, I was never really able to get it completely level. So it was kind of uneven. So yeah, I'm guessing this is, like I said, mostly my fault, because this tank was a huge amount of pressure and weight on the floor. So it put pressure on the seams, and then the seam, sprang a leak because of it. Well, first of all, sorry for the rain. It's kind of wet out here. I don't think I'm gonna put a tank quite that big again in my living room. Second of all, I have to make sure the tank is level. At least with the 33 long, it wasn't, when I had the second, incantation of the tank, when I rebought the 33 long. So it wasn't entirely level either, but at least you're talking about probably at least 200 to 300 pounds less than what the 55 was. So that probably had something to do with it. And my theory is this tank might have been slowly leaking somewhere else, because it's awfully funny, when I moved the stand and moved everything underneath it, it smelled like funky ass water. Like something had been leaking there, like literally underneath the stand or something like that. So luckily we're going to be throwing out our carpet, or not throwing out, tearing out our carpet probably next year. So I'm not really too worried about that. I'm just more so worried about the tank, busting a seam and not being level. But I don't think I'm going to do any tank like bigger than 30 or 40 gallons after this incident regardless. So I was looking at 40 breeders, just out of pure curiosity. That might be a way to go. I'm going to try something different. I'm not going to do a planted fish tank anymore for now. I'm going to set up the 33 long, just kind of roll with it. It's going to be a planted tank, obviously, but I think I'm going to do only a shrimp tank. It's going to be mostly cherries in there. And I think for now that'll be a cool way to roll. Low maintenance. It'll be still something nice to look at and have a little bit of livestock in there. Maybe I'll get some fish and add them on later on into the tank, but I'm not really sure for now. The cherries are always super low maintenance. I don't need a heater with them. They acclimate well. They breed like all hell. So I think that's what I'm going to roll with for now. Like I said, I had even considered downgrading my tanks. I was going to try to possibly set up a 20 long for cherry shrimp, because it would probably be easier to maintain on a smaller scale, given that cherry shrimp barely have any bioload. So, but it's $200 for a stand for a 20 long, so I think not. I was thinking of some other bizarre ideas, like maybe I could set up on the stand like a dual 15-gallon, because if you look at two 15-gallons next to each other, they're basically the same dimension as a 33 long. I could set up two different styles. One could be like a shrimp tank, one could be a fish tank. But I don't really want to roll with all that. I already have the tank. So, and also, I kind of would, I like the idea of trying out a 33 long with that larger footprint for shrimp. Someone suggested it online. I think it'd be cool. It doesn't mean you can't have fish. I mean, you just got to be careful what you put them with. Obviously, I've had cherries with shrimp for a while, or cherries with fish for a while, mostly white clouds. Excuse me. They've mostly been fine, so. But yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with that for now. This is where I'm at. Oh, I just wanted to keep a few people updated. I'm not gonna dick around with the thought of larger tanks anymore. I'm not gonna do any bigger than a 30 or 40-gallon tank. First of all, given this circumstance, regardless, I'm kind of worried about it there's obviously some weak spots in the floor where I have my tank set up. Second, I don't need a tank that big, especially if for now I'm just doing cherry shrimp. As cool as that would be, I think the biggest tank I would do is either, you know, like I said, the 40 long or the 40 breeder, something like that. Other than that, I think I'm good. I was looking at a 30 breeder, and it's kind of a weird size tank. Didn't really care for it. I like it in theory, but if you're gonna have the 30, if you're gonna have that kind of footprint, you might as well just have a 40 breeder. I'd have to say I think the 33 long and the 40 breeder are probably my two go-to size tanks, even though I haven't had a 40 breeder in a long time. I think they're really versatile, at least for me. But yeah, this is where I'm at, guys. Yeah, like I said, I was really thinking about setting up a 20 long, because I think it'd be something that'd be cool, it'd be different. It'd probably be easier to level in my living room because it's smaller. I like the footprint of the 12 by 12, because basically the 33 long is like a 20 extra long almost, you know. It's a 20 long plus 18 inches. So I'm kind of a big fan of that footprint. I think it works out well. But yeah, this is all right. This is Gray Aquatics. Peace.